Okay, let's talk about what happened today. CPI came out a little bit hot in terms of what the forecast was, but still less than um, what was expected. New jobless claims are up. Continued jobless claims are up. I don't think there's enough bad data here for the bulls to decide to leave the room. So let's take a look at ES on the 1 hour. Because it becomes pretty clear what we're dealing with here, and that's the 58.08 right there. This was previous all-time highs, which we pushed through yesterday and then came back down through, right, and then pushed back up and closed up here at all-time highs. That's pretty close to the regular trading hour, as hour short of regular trading hour closes. Futures gave up some of that before closing on the day. The Globex was up all the way till about midnight last night and then pulled back. We knew they were going to front run CPI. They didn't disappoint. They front run it. I still think the bull's going to continue to run. I think you look for buyback, pullback, buy opportunities, which here to me is pretty clear at 58.08. I like it for two different reasons. One is was a double top prior to that, and it gives you perfect risk reward measurements. You know where your stop is, which is right below here, and that's the most important thing you need to have when you go into a trade, is knowing what your stop is going to be. So for us, looking for but going long off of this number on ES. Let's take a look at it on the 10-minute. See if we can get some confirmation. Boom, boom, boom. It's messy back here, but to me, this area right here looks like the first spot that we should look for a pullback, which we may not get there. I think the bulls may take over right away. Let's see what happens when the institutions jump in at the start of the market, and we have volume to measure people's reactions. Here's where we are on the SPY. This was this pullback wick yesterday at 12:50 p.m. I don't know if that was a Fed speaker that said something or what, but kind of pretty obvious pullback and support right there. And we're holding that support this morning. So we may see a long come right off of this morning once volume comes in. If it doesn't, the next area of obvious support is down here at the 573, 40-ish area, 50-ish. Algos love to fight between 45 and 55. That looks like the next area of support. I just don't see the data rolling the market over, so I'm not even sure if we're going to get a chance to get a pullback to this area. Let's take a look at the SPY on the 1 hour. You had resistance there. That could have just flipped. That could have been a flip from resistance to support now, because look what happened here midday yesterday. Pick your poison, man. But I'm going to wait until the market opens and see what volume comes in, how much volume comes in, and in what direction. We still have information coming in tomorrow, right? I think the PPI is tomorrow. Let me take a look here really quick before I shut this off for the morning. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? October 11th, which is tomorrow. Plus, you've got JP Morgan reporting tomorrow, Wells Fargo reporting tomorrow, PPI, core PPI, University of Michigan sentiment. So there's a lot of stuff yet tomorrow coming in. I just don't think there's anywhere near enough bad data coming off of this 2.4% CPI year over year actual versus a forecast of 2.3, because it still beats the previous at 2.5, which means inflation is continuing to come in. I think the play is look for a pullback to go long. Would love to see this on ES right here. Right here. That's what I'd like to see. I would take an SPX long call right there, depending on time of day. And it would determine the delta that I would pick, because I vacillate between high and low deltas depending on time of day and velocity of movement of the SPY and ES during the day. So those are my thoughts. I mean, they may run this thing up right away at the open. Obviously, you have all-time highs here. Would I take a put there? It depends on how much volume I see coming into that spot. But right now, I'm looking more for pullback for pullbacks to go long, because I think that's where the money's going to be made.